Hey, did you know that the key to breaking your sugar habit and ending your unhealthy relationship with sugar once and for all has nothing to do with willpower or the next fad diet? I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to believing that if we just had a little bit more willpower and restraint, we could kick our crazy cravings to the curb. But this lie couldn't be further from the truth. I'm going to share 3 secrets with you today that are going to revolutionize the way you think about your relationship to sugar, to dieting, and to having the body and the health that you long for. Hi, I'm Joyce, the creator of the I Kick Sugar course, and I'm also a recovered sugar addict. I've been sugar-free now for over 4 years. If you would have told me back when I was addicted to sugar that one day I would never eat the sweet stuff again, I would have told you that you were crazy. Back then, to think of living a life without sugar, a life without my morning muffins, my candy bars, my cookies, my pastas, ice cream, and cakes, would have just been a life not worth living. But after a lifetime of living on a roller coaster of emotional mood swings and chronic health issues, I finally uncovered the truth to breaking my sugar addiction, and now I'm helping other women do the same. So what is the one key difference that I discovered between someone who actually kicked sugar for good, effortlessly, easily, and painlessly, like I did over 4 years ago, versus someone maybe like you who struggles daily and feels that they'll never change? Recovered sugar addicts like myself understand that there are 2 components to an addiction: the physical and mental desire. This means that they don't just rely on using willpower to abstain from sugary treats or use discipline to force themselves into eating a healthy meal when internally they're wishing for a Big Mac, fries, and a hot fudge sundae. They get to the root of their addiction and understand exactly why they're even reaching for that donut in the first place. The reason people fail countless times trying to change their unhealthy eating habits and break their sugar cravings by doing a sugar detox or cleanse, for example, is that they only focus on the physical desire. To overcome the physical side of sugar addiction, you can use willpower and discipline, and that's why you can do a 7-day sugar detox cleanse. Anyone can use willpower for a short time, and although the physical component is very real, it's actually a very small percentage of overcoming the problem. That's why it's nearly impossible to kick sugar and create healthy eating habits by just using willpower alone. I know you're probably thinking, is sugar addiction even a real thing? I know it can seem hard to believe eating sugar can be an addiction, but the more and more research studies are proving sugar to be just as addictive as cocaine and heroin and how it affects our brain. Have you ever joked around and called yourself a sugarholic or a chocoholic? I used to. And I guarantee you, once you understand though the 3 signs of sugar addiction I'm about to share with you, you realize it's no joking matter. The sad truth is most of us are physically and emotionally addicted to sugar. And like with any addiction, the first step is determining if you have a problem with the sugar. I'm about to share with you the 3 very important signs to determine if you're a sugar addict and the ways that sugar is causing havoc in your life. This awareness will revolutionize the way you think about your relationship with sugar, to food, and to having the body and health that you long for. Okay, sign number 1. You feel guilty and you beat yourself up after you eat sugar and junk food. Bottom line, when we make food choices that are not in line with our beliefs and goals, we have internal conflict. Each morning, I would say to myself, okay, today I'll eat healthy and I won't have any sugar or junk food. And then the infamous hour would arrive, 3 p.m., and I would be overworked, tired, and stressed. My cravings were intolerable, and I caved. I overindulged on sugar and blew right by my goal for the day. Of course, then I would hate myself for overindulging. I constantly would have a voice in my head that tormented me. You know, that voice that tells you that you're lazy, that you lack self-discipline, that voice that says that you're not good enough. That voice held me hostage for years. And because of the countless times that I had tried to quit and failed, I firmly believed I just didn't have it in me to kick it. When we have a healthy relationship with food, like I do now, you don't need to set restrictions on yourself, and you won't have that voice in your head beating you up over your poor food choices. Trust me, you can be free from that voice. I mean, have you ever felt guilty or shame for eating a kale salad? Okay, sign number 2. You know the potential health consequences, and yet you eat sugar anyway. Maybe your doctor or your loved one, or maybe just the mirrors told you you need to lose weight, you need to get healthy. Maybe you're on medication already or dealing with chronic health issues. For me, I was 67 pounds overweight, I had fatty liver, a high A1C, stomach issues, depression, and anxiety. My car engine light was coming on, alerting me that I needed maintenance, and yet I was ignoring the signs because I believed that I didn't have it in me to kick it, and frankly, the thought of never eating sugar again scared the hell out of me. Okay, last and final sign. Sign number 3. You can't go one day without eating sugar. Maybe you're that person who's always got a soda in her hand, or you're always grabbing an energy drink, or you have to have your morning juice. Maybe you can't have coffee without putting sugar in it, or some sweetener. I used to believe a meal wasn't complete if you didn't have dessert or a sugar treat afterwards. Bottom line, you're constantly craving sugar and you're regularly consuming more than 25 grams of sugar a day. Right now, you probably just had the light bulb come on, and you're probably having some clarity and understanding of just how much sugar is causing havoc in your life. Don't stress, I got your back. You might also be noticing yourself resisting this idea. This is because you fear losing pleasure and the stress relief that you associate with sugar and assume that kicking it would involve deprivation and misery. It won't, truly. Kicking sugar will create more happiness and well-being than you can even imagine. And I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. I've created a simple course that if you follow my instructions and do the work, you too can be free from sugar and start living the healthy and happy life that you deserve. The I Kick Sugar course is a self-paced 10-module course that I designed to do over 21 days. At the end of each module, there'll be a review section and tasks to complete. You're going to learn the science and psychology of why you eat and crave sugar, the emotions and the circumstances that keep you eating, and then finally, the way out. These are the exact same revelations, the exact same steps I used to kick sugar 4 years ago. Yes, you can actually retrain your subconscious to no longer desire sugar, and I'm going to show you how. My course works by eliminating your impulse to reward, comfort, and pleasure yourself with sugar. First, you're going to learn how sugar affects you physiologically and neurologically. Then next, you'll see how cultural, social, and industry factors influence and support sugar addiction in all of us, making you believe that you need and want sugar, when actually you don't. And then I'm going to share with you the secret to taking back control of your brain and body. You'll reprogram your patterns, which will allow you to finally break free from the sugary foods for good. Sound too good to be true? Well, why not test it out for yourself? I'm offering a 90-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If for any reason you get my course and decide it's not for you, simply reach out to me and I will give you a full refund, no questions asked. So what have you got to lose? Now let me ask you, what have you got to gain? Go ahead, give it a try, and join the I Kick Sugar tribe. Just click the button below. You'll be so happy you did. Picture this. You're living a life free from the chains of that internal voice in your head, beating you up daily, and you have a healthy, peaceful relationship with food. You have no health issues, and you're full of energy and joy. No more sleepless nights, and a skinnier, more vivacious you is waiting. So go ahead, click below, and find out more and get started. Because I promise you, you'll be so glad you did. Wishing you the best of health and happiness. By the way, I always love hearing people's health journeys and how they kick sugar out of their lives. I've received some amazing emails and stories and transformations. You could be the next one. So go ahead, click below and get started today. This offer won't last long.